In today's video, I'll be talking about how to write a letter of explanation for express entry. I'll share details on what is a letter of explanation, its importance, tips for writing a letter of explanation, and where to submit your letter of explanation. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Sunil Raj and welcome to my channel Immigrate Abroad. I'll be posting tons of videos to help you in your Canada immigration process, so please subscribe and press the bell icon to receive notifications on upcoming videos. To get started with, what is a letter of explanation? It's a letter addressed to the IRCC or the investigation officer explaining why you were unable to get a specific document in the required format or explaining any discrepancies that might affect your express entry application. For example, your employer refused to provide a reference letter in the format required for express entry. Your proof of funds documents like your bank statement shows a sudden inflow of cash to your bank account without much explanation. In cases where your document don't explain any discrepancies, it's better to include a letter of explanation. Say you recently inherited money due to a death in the family, or you won a court case and received money, or for any other reasons. Letter of explanation can also be used to explain all the necessary steps you took to get the required documents in the suggested format by attaching document proof, like email communication, a refusal email from your manager about the reference letter you requested for express entry. Another example, unable to get your police clearance certificate on time. You can submit PCC application receipts showing proof that you applied for a police clearance certificate in your country, or a PCC application acknowledgement letter if you received one, or a PCC application tracking number. The same applies to other documents like medical exam and education credential assessment. Letter of explanation should also mention what alternate documents you were able to get instead of the required documents. Say your manager refused to give you a reference letter, but you were able to get a letter from your colleague. You could get an employment letter from your HR. You are attaching a job offer letter that you received at the time of joining the company, or your company payslips, and any other relevant documents that might make the investigation officer believe that you are acting in good faith. However, a letter of explanation will not guarantee a replacement for a required document. If the investigation officer thinks you didn't put your best efforts to get the required documents, then they might reject your application or ask you to submit additional documents. There is no specific format for a letter of explanation, but you can follow some of the tips I'll mention in this section. Your letter of explanation document should be simple, structured with short paragraphs, and include lists where required. For example, list of alternate documents you're submitting. An analogy would be like writing an email explaining the documents attached to the email and reasons explaining any missing document. Your letter of explanation should not be a lengthy letter unless you have many missing documents or discrepancies. It should highlight necessary sections like subject line, subheadings, and lists that will make the investigation officer easier to go through the letter. You can refer to the IRCC page to see how they have explained about different express entry sections with short paragraphs, bulleted lists, highlights where required to make it easier for anyone to go through their web pages. You need to make sure your letter of explanation is free from grammatical mistakes, and if you have trouble writing a letter of explanation, you should take help from someone who has a good command of English. Now, where to submit your letter of explanation? Letter of explanation is submitted after you receive ITA and at the time of document submission. You can submit your letter of explanation either in the additional documents section or in the specific section like work reference, proof of funds, police clearance certificate, and others that are missing documents or have discrepancies. If you are submitting letter of explanation under additional documents section, depending on your application, you might have a list of things to explain in one document. If you are submitting a letter of explanation for a particular section only, then the first page of the document should be the letter of explanation explaining your reasons for submitting alternate documents and what all has been attached, like a table of contents, making it easier for the IRCC officer to go through your document proof. When I was applying for Express Entry, I submitted a letter of explanation for discrepancies in my work reference letter, and I submitted to the specific section instead of attaching it under the additional documents section. So there you have it, letter of explanation format and where to submit your letter of explanation. I hope this video was helpful. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share this video and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive notifications on upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.